Welcome to World Transits Today. I'm Art Granoff. Today's January 17th, 2023, and here's our horoscope. 1. We highlight Martin Luther King Jr. through his current world transits and his chart. 2. Sun trine Mars for a month. 3. Mid-January to early February for 2 weeks, Sun, Mars, and Pluto. And 4, January 21st, the new moon with Mars and Pluto. Then Jeff Beck, honoring Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. today, born January 15th, 1929, and April 1968. He's murdered, shot to death in broad daylight. He was 39 years old. 39 years old. 39 years old. Martin Luther King advanced civil rights for people of color in the United States through nonviolence and civil disobedience. Inspired by his Christian beliefs and the nonviolent activism of Mahatma Gandhi, he led targeted, nonviolent resistance against Jim Crow laws and other forms of discrimination. He was an American Baptist minister and activist, one of the most prominent leaders in the civil rights movement from 1955 until his death in 1968. Let's explore parts of his chart through current world transits. For instance, Sun opposite Pluto, Sun conjunct Pluto in the sky. The Sun is my identity, Central Avenue or Elan Vital. Pluto is primordial, wild or untamed. Sun Pluto is distinctive, drawing on inner power, ready to be seen. One could say that about Dr. King. He's got Saturn square Uranus, Saturn square Uranus in the sky. Saturn and Uranus are opposites. Saturn ends things, while Uranus starts them. Saturn binds, weighs, and solidifies, while Uranus opens, emancipates, and releases. Saturn, traditional racist America, even after thousands of Black veterans served and returned home after World War II. And separate facilities featuring Jim Crow laws that were state and local laws enforcing racial segregation in the southern United States stay the same through blaming, othering, suppressing. Uranus, wake up, it's dawn. The civil rights movement is suddenly opening up. Grass is growing through the pavement. He has Jupiter trine Neptune in his chart. Jupiter conjunct Neptune in the sky. Jupiter enlarges each planet it touches with assurance, confidence, or maybe overdoing it with vanity or conceit. With Neptune, BPM 1, imagination is specifying what's ideal by loosening tight boundaries, welcoming fantasy, releasing expanded consciousness or delusion. The grand imagination, dreaming of a more benevolent world. I think Dr. King was doing that. He's got a moon, Mars, Saturn T-square. The moon reflects our personal side of life, recalling feelings, emotions, and mother. That's where we cherish or reject powerful memories that tend to return even as adults. Like a family, country, or world, the moon's collective, relating to we, stuff that all people do. Mars is direct action, marshaling my will, directing it towards a specific goal. Mars takes initiative, gives orders, commands. Saturn brings fear, frustrates by denying us access to anything and everything. Saturn's no, stop, the end. Saturn as BPM 2, abandoned, rejected, stuck in the birth canal with nowhere to go, no way to scream. Saturn's remembered pain. Saturn's also security, what's solid, providing what we need: culture, safety, tradition. Mars opposite Saturn, directed energies, the accomplisher, the powerful leader. Or force meets resistance, beefy frustration spilling out. Watch for sucker punches or throwing them. Moon, Mars, Saturn, T-square. Gentle actions while forcing a situation. Practicing nonviolence in the face of terror. Gentleness to brutality. Christ's original message. From thekingcenter.org. During the less than 13 years of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s leadership of the modern American civil rights movement, African Americans achieved more genuine progress towards racial equality in America than the previous 350 years had produced. Dr. King is widely regarded as America's preeminent advocate of nonviolence and one of the greatest nonviolent leaders in world history. Thank you, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The sun is conjunct Pluto, exact on January 18th. Extraordinary personal juju, seen, identifying with depth, intensity. And then January 19th, sun trine Mars for a month. Reach for the sun, controlled activities, willful motion, sometimes referred to as force. January 19th, beginning of February, Sun, Mars, Pluto. Personally forceful and intense, powerfully impressive in the arts, the striking guitar, taking the alpha road, strength, power, intense actions, dynamic energies in any field, or combining the worst traits of a human being, becoming intense aggression, rip their heads off. Mars force meets Pluto primitive intensity, no logic required. Mars with Pluto examples, fiery stuff. In early 2020, Mars conjunct Pluto, the coronavirus. In mid-2020, Mars square Pluto, the red and intense California wildfires. And February 2022, Mars conjunct Pluto, starting the Ukraine war. For this period, may I predict archetypally? Know the terrain. Watch your temper. Watch your strong will. And also watch your reactions when that behavior is directed at you. Then in the middle of all that, January 21st, it's the new moon. Sun conjunct moon. Sun enters Aquarius. 2 months till spring. Fresh start, fresh intentions for the month. What do I intend? A great day to think about it. New moon. Right in the middle of Sun Pluto and Sun Mars. Can the universe get any more wonderful? Or is my perception increasing? And there's another view of the new moon with Mars and Pluto. And continuing with moon, Mars, Pluto themes. Here's Jeff Beck, who died the other day. He has never been shy about speaking his mind through music. For more than 50 years, the Grammy-winning guitarist has expanded rock's sonic vocabulary with an inventive style of playing that defies any category. Jeff Beck has been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice. First as a member of the Yardbirds and as a solo artist in 2009. Earning a total of 8 Grammys, he's widely regarded by his peers and fans as one of the greatest guitarists of all time, thanks to his ability to make the impossible sound effortless. With a tight Moon, Mars, Pluto conjunction, Beck with Moon conjunct Mars, Moon conjunct Pluto, and Moon, Mars, Jupiter, expanded emotional and technical skill, Moon, Mars, Pluto, tenderness with depth and power. Moon, Mars, Pluto for life in Leo, fire element, strength, power, and intensity. With the wide 4-planet stellium, Moon, Mars, Jupiter, Pluto, emotional strength, power, extraordinary performance. He's also integrated Saturn, Uranus with Mercury. Mercury conjunct Saturn, intellectually strong within a system, like the blues and rock and roll. Mercury conjunct Uranus, brilliant ideas, fresh, exciting playing, bringing audiences to the aha moment. Mercury trine Uranus in the sky. Get more familiar with Jeff Beck. I'll leave a few links below. And last but not least, January 22nd, the Lunar New Year, Chinese New Year. For some Lunar New Year's fun, watch the Acrobats of China video that I recorded 30 years ago. Link below. Thanks for joining me on World Transits today, everybody. Talking about current world transits with Martin Luther King and Jeff Beck. Watch world transits at my site, Reference Astrology. Hear the audio version at Apple Podcasts. Contact me directly at Reference Astrology for a birth chart and transit reading, where we explore the planetary archetypes, place them on your chart, revealing your personal transits. See what's up for you.